Welcome back to another episode of Mindset with Gina, where we explore the tools and the mindsets that empower you to live your best life. Today, we're diving into a topic that's near and dear to many of my listeners, understanding the differences between rejection-sensitive dysphoria, also known as RSD, and being a highly sensitive person, also known as HSP. We will also discuss some strategies and tools to help you navigate life if you resonate with either or both of these experiences. Let's get started. So what exactly are RSD and HSP? Let's break them down. Rejection-sensitive dysphoria is often linked to ADHD. It is an intense emotional response to perceived rejection or criticism, even when no rejection has actually occurred. Those with RSD may experience emotional pain that is so powerful it feels unbearable. It can lead to avoiding certain situations, people-pleasing, or developing a strong fear of failure. On the other hand, being a highly sensitive person is a trait first identified by psychologist Dr. Elaine Aron, who wrote the book, The Highly Sensitive Person, which I will link to in the notes. HSPs have a heightened sensitivity to sensory and emotional input. This means they may become easily overwhelmed by loud noises, chaotic environments, or intense social interactions. They are also deeply empathetic and highly aware of their surroundings. And for me, even though I have ADHD, I resonate with being an HSP and not having RSD. When I was 19, a good friend was the first one that pointed it out to me and thought that I should explore it more. I learned about it and then I kind of shelved it, not having the brain space to explore more in depth. But a few years ago, my dad gave me Dr. Aron's book, and I started doing some more exploring and research to help myself and others. Her book came out in 1996, and since then, it has been updated multiple times, and now there is even more scientific research around the topic of highly sensitive people. And I strongly suggest reading it if it resonates with you or someone in your family. It's really helpful. And while these experiences can overlap in both RSDs and HSPs, like feeling emotionally raw or deeply affected by criticism, there are clear distinctions. RSD is more reactive and is often specific to rejection or perceived failure, while HSPs have a broader sensitivity that can affect multiple aspects of their life, from physical to emotional stimuli. If you're wondering, how do I know if I'm experiencing RSD or if I'm simply an HSP? It's a great question. Here are a few key differences. RSD tends to be episodic. It is triggered by a specific event related to rejection or criticism. If you find yourself dreading feedback or feeling intensely hurt by what others say, that may indicate RSD. HSP is more consistent. The heightened sensitivity is present in various aspects of daily life. You might notice bright lights or crowded places or emotional cues in a conversation that make you feel drained or overwhelmed. That's the difference between HSP and RSD. Now that we've outlined these differences, let's talk about some practical tools to manage these experiences. For my friends that have RSD, reframe your self-talk. So when a situation triggers RSD, practice self-compassion and challenge your negative thoughts. Ask yourself, is this rejection real or am I perceiving it this way? Pause and process. Give yourself space to process your emotions before reacting. A brief pause can prevent overreactions that may strain relationships. I like to practice box breathing, where you breathe in, you hold it, you breathe out. There's different variations of box breathing, and you can look it up online. This helps ground me, and it helps regulate me. Also, for my RSDs, you will want to clearly communicate with friends and family about how certain feedback or interactions affect you so they can better support you. Now, for us who have HSP, you always want to create a sensory-friendly environment. Reduce exposure to stimuli that overwhelm you. This could mean having a quiet space at home or noise-canceling headphones. Practice the grounding techniques. Deep breathing and mindfulness can help you stay present and calm when your senses are overload. Also, very important, schedule your downtime. Make time for rest and recovery. This could be as simple as a walk in nature or a tech-free hour in your day, but make sure you schedule the downtime. It's so important for people with HSP. Whether you identify with RSD, HSP, or both, remember that your experiences are valid and there are ways to thrive. Awareness is the first step. By understanding your unique needs and equipping yourself with practical tools, you can create a life that honors who you truly are. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. And if you found this episode helpful, please share it with a friend or leave a review. And as always, keep growing, keep thriving, be kind to yourself, and remember, mindset does matter.